TOEM, a photo adventure. I love short but fun adventure games, and this one looked interesting. You play as a kid who is tasked with taking pictures of TOEM. They don't tell you what it is, but they do tease you with a photo that you can't see. Now this is a photography game, and you have a limited number of pictures you can take, but I doubt you're ever going to hit that limit. It's over 200, and I finished this game with only 70 pictures taken if I remember right. You're going to move from town to town doing good deeds or doing challenges to get a free bus ticket to the next town. The quests they give you are often a little vague. You're going to need to guess on what they're talking about. The photo challenges were the worst of these, but with some trial and error you can find them all. This is an open world game. You can do the quests in any order you want, and you can ignore quests you don't want to do. Usually you only have to do about half of them in order to move to the next town. The towns that you visit were bigger than you might expect. You would think you would get lost easily, but there are signs and a lot of the towns have quick travel, or it's all connected. You can control the camera, and you can control the way you see your character to a certain degree. You can zoom in or out, and you can turn it around, but I wish the angle was better in some of the areas as it was a little hard to see. The camera controls were very easy to use. You open up the camera and it goes into first person mode, and you can zoom, add filters, or add a border in order to spice up your photo. For the most part, the filters and borders really don't matter, as they're really only there to add some options to your photos. There's also a tripod which you can use to place yourself in the photos, which were sometimes required for the quest that you were on. The game does a good job of interpreting your photos, for the most part. For one challenge, it wanted me to show a bunch of people in a photo, and I had a photo that I took a couple of towns back, and I used that, and it accepted it. I have no idea what they actually wanted me to take a picture of. I thought it was kind of cool that the game didn't limit you to something in the area, and if you had something in the past that works, yeah, you can use it. However, the recognition system is not perfect. I was supposed to find something radical, and I took a picture of a skateboarder in the air doing a trick, but it wanted me to do it from another angle. So I was at the right event, but I guess it wasn't radical enough. I do wish the people who gave out quests had indicators above them to what you actually needed to find. It was annoying to have to keep going back into my journal just to see what they wanted. A bubble above their head with a small checklist would have been great. The quests that you go on were often repeated. What I mean is there's usually a photo challenge, take a picture in a standee, and ghost challenges, where you have to do small things for ghosts so they can move on. However, there were quite a few challenges that were exclusive to towns, and those were the ones I liked the most, because they were the most creative. Now this is not a long title, as you can beat it in around 3 hours if you're rushing, but that will leave a lot of challenges left to do if you want to play them after the game is over. In fact, after you beat the game, you unlock a new island to visit on vacation, and it has a bunch of new quests for you to do. TOEM, a photo adventure, was fun for a few hours. I liked the open world, and you are free to do whatever quests you want to do in any order you want for the most part. The black and white world was simple, and it was easy to explore. Now this is normally $19.99, and I would say wait for it to go on sale. Unless the gameplay is phenomenal, basically spending $20 on a 3 to 4 hour game just feels wrong. I would wait for it to come down to at least half that price. It is a fun game, but due to the length, I would wait for it to go on sale.